Hey guys, it's Summer with Summer Sweet Shop. Guys, are you wondering what you're going to do for Thanksgiving for those place settings coming up? Well, today I'm going to show you how you can make this really easy pumpkin pie cookie and put a name on it, and that is going to be your place card for your Thanksgiving table. We are going to, I'm going to show you how to letter this cookie as well as, of course, outlining and flooding. I'm using my sugar cookie recipe to make the cookies, and I used for decorating, I'm using my favorite royal icing recipe. You can find both of those recipes inside my Cookie Academy that are on my website. My Cookie Academy is my online beginners course, so you can check out the description below to learn more. But let's go ahead and get started on our cookie. So this cookie cutter is from Simply Renee Sweets. You can grab it and snag it in her shop. I have that linked on the descriptions. But we're going to start out first with our cookie that looks just like this. I like to use my scribe to etch just like where I'm going to be marking my cookie. You've got your line, your imaginary line here. And you've got your line down here. That's the crust of your cookie. That's my favorite part of the cookie. I don't know about you. It's the best part in my opinion. All right, so I'm going to start right down here with my outline icing. And I'm going to do the bottom section as well. And I'm using ivory for this crust color, and it's by AmeriColor. All right, so you've got your crust there. You're going to take your flood icing now, and you're going to fill in your flood icing here for the crust of your pumpkin pie. So you're just going to flood that in there. I'm going to use my bag kind of to move that icing around. Just smooth that out. You're going to let this dry for about an hour to 2 hours in front of a fan before you add your second spot. So you're going to take your orange outline icing for this one, and you're going to come straight across here, cutting that pie right in half, and you're going to flood. And actually, you're going to flood the top section. I'm going to go ahead and flood. Oh, I said the top section. I totally did the wrong section, but you get the idea. You want to do one section at a time to show the different dimensions of the cookie. That's just going to make it look really cool and dimensional once you flood it. So, we're supposed to do the top. Now we're going to do the fill in the bottom. All right, so you got your bottom that you have flooded. And now you can see the difference between these two. It makes it really pretty. All right, next you want to let this dry for about 1 to 2 hours before moving on to your next step. And then this one we are going to do some airbrushing. And so I've got my ivory towers. And I'm going to put a little bit of this into my airbrush. It doesn't take a whole lot. I'm going to test it out here and make sure it's coming out. Then I'm going to airbrush just right along the edge. You want to just get that crush just a little bit to look realistic, basically. How cute is this? So you're just browning that crush just a little bit. And then I'm going to do this middle line as well. And just kind of down the edges. And then right up here is where I'm going to get it. All right, and there you have, so it's nice and just added a little extra dimension. We're going to do our lettering on this. So this lettering technique that I'm going to show you is for the fill-in method. And so, well, that's dirty right there. I'm going to show you how we're going to start, and I'm going to just eyeball this from one that I've already done the sample, but we are going to see, hopefully I can make it work. So you're going to outline the outward part of the letter, and you're just going to come in and fill. So different places that you can find lettering online is defont.com is a website where you can find some lettering. And so the trick with hand lettering is anything that is going the upward motion is where you're going to have a thinner line. So this is the name Emery. And you almost just do like the whole word, and then you fill in and make those lines thicker. I might be missing a hump there. So now I'm going to take my white flat icing and make sure that it's not too thick or too thin. You want it to be kind of thicker. It's going to then have a puffier look. But after each letter, I'm just going to take my scribe and smooth it out. That's going to ensure that it just smooths out really nicely. So it can be tedious if you're doing like 100 of these, but it really makes it worth it because those letters just pop. And so you just want to go slow. Practice. If you have a projector, use a projector. If you don't, and you're doing hand lettering without a projector, which is fine, practice on a piece of paper. Have that paper in front of you as you're going along on your hand lettering. But remember that the upward strokes are your thinner lines. So your downward strokes is where you have a thicker line. So if you remember that, you will probably be impressed with how well you do. All right, so side by side, you can see them. Okay, now we're gonna do the finishing touch for this is just like the dollop of whipped cream for the top of your pumpkin pie. And so I'm just going to, I have a number 2 tip on here, so I'm just gonna unscrew it and just put on a number 20 tip. You can use a 16, 18, any of those work for this. And so I'm just gonna screw on the top there. That's one thing that's nice about using tips with your tipless bags. And so I'm just going to gently squeeze a little dollop there for my cookie. All right, and what you can do to display this for your friends or whoever that you want to impress that's coming over for Thanksgiving is you're gonna have it right here. You could bag it. You could put this right in the center of the dinner plate, and that's perfect for your dinner guests that are coming over to enjoy that Thanksgiving dinner. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining me. If you aren't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell down below so you'll be notified whenever I have any new videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.